Hi, in this video we're going to show you how to create a spanned disk volume as well as a striped volume in Windows 11. So depending on your needs, that will determine which one you're going to be using here. So let's open up Disk Management, which you get access by typing in Disk Management from the search box. Alright, so this computer here, we have our C drive on disk 0. Then we have some unallocated space on this new drive here, disk 1. Same with disk 3. And then we have disk 2, which has some existing data with an existing partition. And you notice if you right click on this drive here, you have the option to extend or shrink the volume, but not to make a spanned or striped volume. And then if you right click on one of these, you can see it's grayed out, and that's because it's not initialized. So first we're going to start by initializing this disk here. And when you install a new hard drive and you open up disk management, it will most likely ask you right when you first open it if you want to initialize it. If not, you just right click, initialize. And we're going to do them both since it found the other one. And we're going to use GPT since that's the newest partition style. Okay, so now we have all of our volumes here. And if we right click on this, we still don't have the option for a spanned or striped drive. And here we do. So let's say you wanted to use this as part of your spanned or striped volume. You'd have to delete the volume first. So if you have any data on it, make sure you back it up. And then all you have to do is right click, delete volume, say yes. Now that's unallocated. Now you can see we have this option here. Alright, so let's make a span volume first. So what this will do is it'll take the space from all these drives, allocate it into one drive here, and you'll be able to use it like one large drive. But the problem is if one of these drives fails, whatever data is on that drive is going to be lost. So there's no redundancy or backup with a spanned volume. So that's one thing you need to keep in mind. And then the same thing applies for a striped volume in this case, because it's just a RAID 0, which doesn't offer any redundancy. So what that will do is it will increase your performance, but RAID 0 does not have any fault tolerance. So if one drive goes bad, then you lose everything. So it's mainly used just for performance applications rather than for redundancy. All right, so let's do our span volume first. All right, so let's just right click on the top one here, just to start from there. We want new span volume. Click on next. So now we'll add all the drives we want to use with this volume. So disk 2 and 3. You can see our total size as we add the drives here. And as you click on each one, that shows you the maximum space for that drive. All right, we'll click on next. We'll give it a letter here. Let's call this S for spanned. We'll also call this spanned. Do a quick format. Click on next. Once everything looks good, click on finish. So one thing you need to keep in mind is that it's going to convert the basic disk to dynamic disks if they're not dynamic disks already. So we're going to click on yes. You can see it did the conversion there. All right, so now we have our new S drive here. Right there. So 229 gigs. So about 230 gigs. So that's what you get if you add all these three drives together. So once we start adding data to this drive here, it's going to use all three of the drives for our storage. And if you were to come here, you could actually delete the volume if you wanted to. And you can see it deletes everything, so all three of these are back to unallocated. Then if we go back here, our S drive is gone. All right, so now let's do the striped volume. So it's a similar process. Right click, new striped volume. Click on next. Do the same thing. Give it S again. Call it stripe. Do a quick format. Once again, it's going to convert them to dynamic disks. All right, then it opens up the S drive here. But now you can see instead of 230 gigs, we have 149 gigs. And that is because it took the size of the smallest drive, which is disk 2, and used that for the striped volume. So when creating striped volumes, you're better off trying to use drives that are the same size, because now we have all this unallocated space that is not used. We can make another volume here if we want. Let's call this leftover. So now you can see we have our stripe volume and some leftover space there. One thing to keep in mind is it's not going to be used for your S drive. It's going to be used for the standalone E drive. And then, like I mentioned before, if one of these drives fails, you're going to lose all the data because there's no redundancy with the RAID 0 striped volume set. Now we'll go to this disk 3, this 100 gigabyte drive here, and remove it, and we'll see what happens to the rest of our striped volume here. All right, now you can see it's missing, and now everything failed here for our striped volume. But we still have our leftover drive here. Let's go back to this PC. So this data is still good because the drive is still there, while this drive is gone completely. So all that data is lost, and whatever data was on here is lost too because it was part of the set. And then whatever data was here is lost as well because it was part of that striped volume set. So if you do end up making a striped volume set and you have some extra space because the drives were not all the same size, you can still use the extra space to make additional volumes, and they will be good as long as the physical drive itself does not go bad. And if one of your other drive fails, the striped volume will be lost, but your extra drive will be okay. So hopefully that makes sense. All right, so once again, create a span volume if you want to combine a bunch of physical disks to make one big drive out of them. But like I said, if one of the disks goes bad, whatever data happens to be on that disk will be lost. And then you could use the striped or RAID 0 option to combine a bunch of disks and have the data written between them all, which will increase your performance, but it's not going to give you any redundancy like a RAID 5 volume would do. All right, thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe.